Hi, I'm Cookie, and if one more person adjusts the thermostat in here without my permission, I will destroy everything they have ever loved. Got that? I'm glad it's just you and me. I'm feeling a little needy. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
Is it a dog? Just answer yes or no to the various photos based on whether or not you think it's a dog or not. Then you'll win the game. How fun is that? Very.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question. One.
Right off the bat, high fructose fun syrup. Which of these food products does not contain corn syrup? Kellogg's Corn Pop cereal, Brock's candy corn, State Fair classic corn dogs, or Cracker Jack caramel-coated popcorn and peanuts? The sweetness in Kellogg's Corn Pops comes merely from sugar and the love they put in. I like foods with as much corn as possible. That's why I'm pleased to announce my very own new product, Cookie Masterson's genetically modified corn-covered corn nubbins. Oh, I'm eating one now. Oh, the cream corn and corn nuts go so well together. Get some today.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
I call this one Fly Me to the Clune. And this dis or dat is hurtling through the cosmos. I'm going to read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's a scientific publication by Galileo Galilei or a George Clooney movie. If it's Galileo, press the left arrow. If it's Clooney, press the right arrow. Okay, let's move. Solaris. Gravity. The Starry Messenger. The Assayer. From Dusk Till Dawn. Discourse on Floating Bodies. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. George Clooney would smugly smirk in approval. You know, sometimes when I look up in the night sky into the deep expanse of space, I can't help but wonder, why wasn't Monuments Men a better movie? Just one of the mysteries of the universe, I suppose.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
How about, you know what they say about the size of a man's frets? Considering the respective sizes of their instruments, which of these male musicians is the least likely to be accused of compensating for something? A clarinet player, a piccolo player, an oboe player, or a bassoon player? The piccolo is actually a half-sized flute and the smallest of these instruments. So the piccolo player seems the least likely to be compensating for the size of their, other instrument. And as long as I've already gone through the trouble of setting up this premise, I would just like you to know, I play a kazoo. Here's a good one. Alt-shift medicine. I've been getting into Eastern medicine lately because I hate taking lots of pills, but this is kind of weird. My specialist gave me a fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune, medicine.
Not that I'm complaining. I love cookies. Let's see what my fortune says. Prescription. 1 cookie AC. Oh, weird. It's a prescription. I'm not great with medical abbreviations, though. When was I supposed to eat my cookie? First thing in the morning, before a meal, after a meal, or at bedtime? AC is a common medical abbreviation used on prescriptions and means before meal. Uh-oh, I already ate dinner today. That means I took this fortune cookie at the wrong time. I just hope there's no side effect. Nothing so far. Guess it didn't make a difference after all. Do you smell burning plastic?
5 fingers.
Coming up, till the closing credits do us part. If it followed the processional order of a traditional Christian wedding, what movie would probably have come out immediately after Bridesmaids, assuming the maid of honor is a bridesmaid? A raunchy comedy called Groomsmen, a gross-out comedy called Ring Bearer, a racy comedy called Father of the Bride, or an R-rated comedy called The Bride? In a traditional Christian wedding, the bridesmaids come out, including the maid of honor, last. Then the ring bearer immediately follows, then the flower girl, then the bride. The best part of the ring bearer movie is when the ring bearer comes down the aisle and steps in a huge crap left by Melissa McCarthy. Round 1 is in the books, and surprisingly, you're doing pretty well. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't forget, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's get back to the action. Here's one I like to call Animation Dumb-ination. Which member of the Griffin family from Family Guy most likely got a recent APGAR score? Stewie, Peter, Brian, or Meg? One right answer coming up. The APGAR scale is a detailed test used to assess the overall health of newborn babies, something that Stewie Griffin, a baby, experienced the most recently. And based on the shape of his head, he should have gotten an F-. No, APGAR scores are for humans, not dogs. But you know what is for humans? Is It a Dog? The game! The newest, coolest party game from the people who brought you Which One is the Spoon and How Many Fingers Am I Holding Up? Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's one for you. Keep your hellos to yourself. Which one of these pop stars is giving a polite Tibetan greeting? Miley Cyrus sticking out her tongue, Justin Bieber flipping the bird, Britney Spears flashing her crotch, or Lady Gaga wearing meat? In Tibet, some people stick out their tongue as a greeting to show you they don't have a black tongue. If they did, it would mean they are the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Not that anyone would ever suspect Miley Cyrus of being the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Everybody knows she's the reincarnation of Hannah Montana. Duh.
Follow me down to the sea.
Why not try trivia and stuff? Where might the CEO of Linens and Things go to shop for the materials needed to make all the store's linen and things? Flax plants and things, agave seeds and things, sheep wool and things, or silkworms and things? Linen is made from the fiber of the flax plant, and things are made from other things, presumably. So this might be where the CEO goes to shop. Although he would probably make somebody else do the shopping for him. I mean, this is a guy who is too lazy to finish spelling the word and. Open wide for low spirits. As some of you may know, our studio is haunted by a ghost named Dennis. Well, I'm proud to announce that today I've promoted Dennis to be a writer.
Ooh, thank you, Mr. Masterson.
It's great because not only is Dennis hilarious, I found out that I'm not legally required to pay a ghost. Which reminds me, Kyle, you're fired.
Again? But you already fired and rehired me twice this week.
Yeah, you're fired again. So Dennis, let's get you a desk and figure out how to get you in the credits at the end of the game. How should the end credits read if Dennis the Ghost ghostwrites for our former writer, Kyle Mortensen? Written by Dennis the Ghost, written by Dennis the Ghost and Kyle Mortensen, written by Kyle Mortensen, or written by Anonymous. A ghostwriter is employed to write for someone but does it under their employer's name. So get ready for a lot more questions about rattling chains and moaning and unfinished business, trapping oneself in this mortal realm, blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, I also have some ideas for questions about Breaking Bad. Ooh.
No good. And on its way, flash 'em if you got 'em. What would you expect to see in a spring break video called Girls Gone Call of the Wild? Girls exposing themselves as they harpoon a whale, girls lifting their shirts as they fight in the Spanish Revolution, girls flashing their breasts as they pan for Klondike Gold, or naked girls committing cannibalism in the Andes. The novel Call of the Wild follows a sled dog and his owners during the Klondike Gold Rush. But there is no nudity in the actual book Call of the Wild unless you count the doodles I made in the margins. Step right up to the Jack Attack. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Don't forget my advice. When it comes to do's and don'ts, let's focus on the don'ts. That's all she wrote! One piece of advice I never take is don't dip your pen in the company ink, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, the pen is your penis and the company ink is this jar of company ink. Hey, look, I can write my name!